Welcome to the G.O.A.T Podcast, a weekly sports podcast for kids by kids, where it's all sports all the time. I'm your host, Saki. Welcome to this week's show for Wednesday, January 18th, 2023. On today's show, we will be covering the wildcard weekend for the NFL, the Australian Open, and of course, we will still cover the GOAT and the quiz. Wildcard weekend has finished, and the matchups for the next round couldn't get better. The San Francisco 49ers got the better of the Seattle Seahawks and defeated them 41-23. The New York Giants upset the Minnesota Vikings because of the mistake by Kirk Cousins on 4th and 8, with 1 minute and 44 seconds on the clock. Cousins threw the ball to T.J. Hawkinson, who Cousins was expecting to run after the catch 5 yards short of the marker. He got tackled by Xavier McKinney to end the Vikings season. What a comeback from the Jacksonville Jaguars to seal their win 31-30 after being down by 27 in the second half. The Los Angeles Chargers lost because when the score was 28-30, the Jaguars field goal kicker Riley Patterson made the field goal. The Miami Dolphins and the Buffalo Bills faced off on Sunday. The Buffalo Bills defense got the better of the Miami Dolphins on 4th and 1, which was later a penalty on the offense for delay of game. So now it was 4th and 6. Skylar Thompson, the quarterback, tried to get it to Gesicki, their tight end, and it was broken up by Elam. Our second to last game, we're going to talk about the Ravens at Bengals. Jason Huntley and his Ravens team were at the 1-yard line and were all square at 17. Jason Huntley decided to go to the end zone on his own, and it was a fumble. Sam Hubbard of the Cincinnati Bengals recovered the ball and took it all the way down the field for a 98-yard scoop and score. Our last game is Dallas Cowboys versus Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Dallas Cowboys destroyed the Bucs to give them the spot in the divisional round. Let's start with the milestone-making Lebron James. LeBron James made history Sunday night when Russell Westbrook gave the ball to LeBron, and then LeBron took the shot and made it. He had a career high of 38,000 points. Later in that game against the Philadelphia 76ers, with 20 seconds left, Joel Embiid missed with the two-pointer and Russell Westbrook got the rebound with 14 seconds to go. Westbrook was guarded really well by Embiid and he couldn't get past him. The surprising thing is, Lakers had a timeout but didn't use it. Westbrook just tried to drive in the dying seconds but wasn't able to get the shot off. The Lakers lost by a point, 113-112. This is the opposite of what happened to Nikola Jokic and the Denver Nuggets. 5 seconds left, Nikola Jokic steps back and hits the three to give the Nuggets the lead in the closing seconds. The Denver Nuggets went on to win 119-116. This week was all about crazy finishes. Well, here's another one. The New York Knicks' R.J. Barrett went to slam the dunk after getting the free throw missed by the Toronto Raptors. He sprinted down the court in 5 seconds and dunked the ball to send it to overtime. The Raptors were winning by 3 and missed the jumper, so the New York Knicks took it all the way down the court to tie it. But they missed! They lost their 3-game winning streak. Let's talk about the Field Hockey World Cup. In Pool A, Argentina and Australia are looking strong with them at the top of the table. France beat South Africa to send South Africa to the bottom of the table. In Pool B, Belgium routed South Korea 5-0, and Germany beat Japan. Germany and Belgium tied to stay at the top of the table. New Zealand beat Chile 3-1 in Pool C. Netherlands beat Malaysia 4-0. Chile lost to Malaysia. New Zealand got routed by the Netherlands 4-0. Finally, let's have a look at Pool D. England routed Wales and India beat Spain. Spain beat Wales 5-0, and England and India tied to stay at the top of the table. In the world of tennis, 2 big upsets have happened. Defending champion Rafael Nadal has been ousted out of the Open by Mackenzie McDonald. Emma Raducanu also lost to Coco Gauff in the second round. In a quick note, Shubman Gil's double century put India ahead of New Zealand to win their first ODI. Next is the GOAT of the Week, where I look at the greatest of all time in sports. This week's GOAT is Serena Williams. Serena Williams is widely acknowledged as one of the greatest tennis players of all time. She was in the high number 1 rank for a total of 319 weeks. She turned professional in 1995, and just a couple of years later, she won her very first major singles title, US Open. From the 2002 French Open to the 2003 Australian Open, she dominated all 4 major singles titles to achieve a non-calendar year Grand Slam and a career Grand Slam. She is the only player to win 3 or 4 Grand Slam titles 6 times. At the 2017 Australian Open, she achieved a very historic landmark, passing Steffi Graf with 23 singles major titles. The 2012 Summer Olympics, Serena Williams became only the 3rd player in history to win gold medals in both singles and doubles. She's also the only player in history to get the career Grand Slam in both singles and doubles. Serena Williams retired in September of 2022. Serena, you are truly the greatest of all time. Gather all your friends and frenemies for the GOAT Weekly Sports Quiz. Are you ready? How long did the longest cricket match last? 9 days in 1939. How long can the goalkeeper hold onto the ball before he has to release it? 5 seconds. Who had the highest scoring average in NBA history? Michael Jordan with 30.12 points per game. Who was the first player to score 4 goals in an NHL All-Star game? Wayne Gretzky in 1983. And that's our show. Thank you for listening to the G.O.A.T Sports Podcast. Expect a new episode weekly in your favorite podcast app. And please do not forget to subscribe. Do leave your comments and ratings for our show. If you would like your team to be featured in our weekly shoutouts or any other comments, please reach us by email at the G.O.A.T Kids Sports Podcast at gmail.com or at G.O.A.T Sportscast on Twitter. Please visit the GOATsportspodcast.com for show notes. See you next week. Next is the GOAT of the Week, where we look at the greatest of all times in sports. This week's GOAT is Selena Gomez. Wait, no, not Selena Gomez.